Welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you for all of your love and all of your support. I really appreciate every one of you that have subscribed to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I actually don't take it for granted. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this trending smoked puff or balloon sleeve. So that's what I'm going to be showing you. So you can it's a balloon sleeve, but it is smoked inside to give it this kind of like a two-layer kind of look. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. It is a very beautiful sleeve, so you can actually use it for any pattern of your choice. You can use them on gowns, you can use them for skirt and blouse, you can use it for a top also. So the fabric that I'm making use of today, I'm going to be making use of a taffeta. So you know taffeta are a little bit hard. So for the original picture, the fabric that was used is like a damask, and it's a little bit strong. So if you are using a stronger fabric, you can decide not to line it. But if you are not making use of a strong fabric, I would advise you for you to line it. If you are making use of like a satin, you should line it so for it to have that effect. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so if you are new to Stylish Naija YouTube channel, and I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button to subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel, and then hit the bell also to get updates whenever I upload a new video. So that's the essence. So you can also follow me on all of my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all at Stylish Naija. Okay, so the fabric that I'm using, I've said it before, so I'm using about 25 inches. So it's really not up to 1 yard. So if you want it to be very, very big, you can use 1 yard. So this is 25 inches. So that 25 inches is what I'm going to use as my length. So at the end of the day, I'm going to use ½ inches to join it to the shoulder. And then the other 1 inch, I'll take 1 inch down from the down that I'm going to pass my elastic casing, because that sleeve actually has an elastic, because that's what will enable you to pull it up to give it that balloon effect. So I'm using 25 inches. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to fold. So this is my 25 inches. That's, you know, satins are always by 60, so they are bigger length. So I'm folding it into 2 now, and then I'm going to be cutting this sleeve. I'm not going to be using the slash and spread, so I'm just going to be freehanding it. Okay, so I'm just trying to trim. So the next thing I'm going to do now, so the width that I'm making use of is about 28 inches. So that's just like perfect for me, because if you notice, the sleeve has a lot of pleat on the shoulder part, so that's what gives it the bulky nature. So for the top, I'll use that 28 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come like this. That's the 28 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'll come to this down part like this, and then I'm going to measure 4 inches. I'm not using 5 inches. I'll use 4 inches. So from this 4 inches, I'm just going to flip into this point like this. Just like creates my curve, like my sleeve curve. You understand? Into this part like this. And then the next thing I'm going to, for the down part, you are going to determine how full you want the down part to be. So since I'm using 28 inches for the top, for the down part, I'm going to reduce it just a little bit. So for the down part, I'm going to use about 24 inches. So from this part like this, I'm just going to come like this. So from this point, I'm just going to flip like this to my 24 inches. So like I said, it is a very simple process. I'll flip to my 24 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cut out now. So this is like the simplest and easiest sleeve ever, if you ask me, to cut. So I'll just create my curve into this part. So this part, this is going to be my armhole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pleat this part to form my armhole. So it depends on how many inches I'm using for the armhole. So I'm going to pleat it. It's going to come to about 10 inches. So what I have 28 inches. So I'll pleat the 28 inches to become 10 inches. And then the down part, I'm going to fold. So now we're going to continue. So I'll just use my pins. Okay, so I'm just going to start pleating. Like I said, I'm going to pleat this whole entire sleeve to become 10 inches. And I'm using bold pleats. If you notice it, the pleats are bold. Okay, so you can see I finished pleating the sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll go and secure it down with my machine, and then I'll go and create my elastic casing on the down part. So this elastic, I'm actually going to pass it through. So I'm going to take this back to my machine, and then I'm going to create, so it depends on how many inches elastic. So I'm going to create a casing just by stitching it down like this. So I'll go ahead, stitch it down, secure this down, and then bring it back and to show you how we're going to add the smoking parts on the sleeve. That's the smoked parts. Okay, so I finished creating the casing for my elastic. So when I'm done, I'm going to pass the needle through. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll open the sleeve like so. You see it is already having that puffy nature. So this is the center. So this is the center of my sleeve because I ironed it before I actually started. So I know the center part. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to hold my sleeve like this from the inside. This is the center part. I'm going to hold it. Let me just hold it, and this is the center. So I had to iron it down. So I'll just hold like this. I'm going to check it on this side. So you see how it is looking already. So you are going to make sure that it is straight. That's what I mean by straight, is you hold it, because what I did, I ironed it like this, and then and then folded it like this, and ironed it like this also, just to give me four square edges, so I'll know where to hold when I'm stitching. So from this part like this, now come like this. From this is the inside, because I already have the line, so I'll be able to hold it, because you are going to hold it from the inside. So this is the inside already, so I'm going to hold it like this, and then you are going to determine where you are going to put the that's where you are going to tack. So you can actually do this with a machine. So for this, I'm going to do like 3 or 4 tack lines. So the first one I'm going to do, this is the center. So I'm just going to tack it down like this. So I'll take it like this, my needle and my thread. You can use machine, you can just use your machine and your needle to tack it down, but it's not a straight tack. That's, you're going to tack it to about 2 inches like this. That's like this. You understand? It's not like one smoking. You are going to like stitch it like this. So like I said, you can use machine to do this. So I'm going to open it on the right side. I want to take a look at it. My thread is tangling, so I'm just going to ignore that one. So you see what I have here on the right side. So when you see the beauty of it. You see it already. So the next thing, I'm going to make sure that my edges are well hidden, so you see it. So the next thing, I'm going to follow the same line. So I already have the line here. I'll use it as guide. I'll use the same line. I'll open it from the inside for you to see. I'll use this same line where I'm doing this tacking. So for the tack, I'm using about 2 inches. So you see it. That's the gap that I'm holding. I'm holding it like this, 2 inches like this. Not if you tack it small, it's not going to produce any result. So I'm using like 2 inches. So I'm just going to follow the same line, because I'm just going to add one on this side and then one on this side. So I'll follow this same line. I'll come like this. I'm just eyeballing it. I'll measure another 2 inches width in order for me to know, like this. So this part also, I'm going to tack this part like this. So I'm just going, so the next one, I think I'm going to go and do it with my machine. So I'm going to stitch this. So you can determine how long you want. So let's do 2 inches. 2 inches is okay. I'll stitch another 2 inches. I'll just take it to my machine and stitch here. And then I'll come to this other side of the sleeve also. The fold is still on, and then I will measure my 2 inches like this also, and then I will stitch it with 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll bring it back and show you. Okay, so I've finished stitching. So there's something that I want to bring to your knowledge. So you know, initially I said we should stitch this part with about 2 inches. When I after stitching, I noticed that the 2 inches was too wide, so I had to reduce it to about 1 inch. So please take note of that. When I turned it, it was too long, so I had to reduce it. So the next thing is for us to pass our elastic. So our sleeve is almost done. It's for us to pass our elastic through the case. So you are just going to get, so this you are going to the measurement that you are going to use for the elastic is going to be the measurement of your round sleeve measurement. That's where you want to pull it up to. So that's what you are going to do. So mine is about 10 inches. So for the elastic, I'm going to cut out 10 inches of elastic because I don't want it to be too tight. I just want it to be equal with my round sleeve measurement. So I'll take it back to my machine now, and then I'm going to go and just join my sleeve with my elastic like this, making sure that this part is my 10 inches is okay. So I'll measure just to confirm. So you see it is about 5 inches. So I'll go ahead and then I'll go and join straight and then bring it back and show you to see the final look. So you can see the beauty already. Okay, so at the end of the day, so you can see how gorgeous our smoked puff sleeve is looking. So you see, this is the back. So you just fix it like this around, and then so once you wear it, you just pull it up to cover up that part. And then you see it is looking very beautiful. So it came out very beautiful and fine. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, I would appreciate if you hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did with this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.